I do not encourage nor condone any of the actions performed or products shown in this video. All of the videos are produced in a safe and controlled environment. Do not attempt to replicate any of the actions performed during this video.
Hello my friends, good morning. I have awoken to yet another rainy day, which has been the only day that has ever existed for the past 40 days in a row. I think I'm starting to understand why British people are sad all the time. I have also awoken to my 9,062nd day of being alive on Earth. I'm on a roll here. That grants some sort of celebration for sure. The first thing I like to do in the morning is check if my propagation is going well. So this is an ivy cut that I took from my ivy mother plant, which is right here. It's this plant here. So I took some cuttings from her and I put them into water and I added a little bit of liquid fertilizer, and the roots seem to be doing very well. So that is done. Now the second thing I have to do is resist the urge to go immediately play some League of Legends. So I will wash my face, make some coffee, journal a little bit here on my desk, and then I'll probably start with my piano studies and editing. So let's go. Fun fact about me, I really dislike light a lot, and so for my bathroom I just choose to use a small lamp so that it doesn't over brighten the area, I suppose. Alrighty, now I've just washed my face, I'm feeling a lot more awake, so to the kitchen. Oh, you can still see me, that's a little bit awkward. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very important step of my morning routine. It is the one that fuels me to keep going and have motivation to live life. So I'm going to be making my coffee, which is this one that I use. And I'm going to be making it in a mocha pot that my dad has had for like 20 years at this point. And so that's what's going to be down. I will show you the process of how I do it. However, it's, I think, the process of anybody that uses this thing. But let's go. Step number 1, assemble the pieces. These are the pieces necessary and also the coffee. Then I just fill this with water until just under the safety valve, whatever this is called. Then I'm going to put the filter, guys, I don't know what any of this is called. Also, did you say good morning to my eczema? I don't think so. Say good morning right now. Put the thing there, and then I just open my coffee. Oh my god, it smells so good. I put it in there until it fills up, and I tap this just so it's a little bit more even in the shape. I'm not sure if this is necessary, I just like doing it because I don't know, it feels good. Then I just attach the head of the mocha pot, and there we go. Now we go to the stove. Now, while I'm waiting for the coffee to brew, which is this is a very like meditative process, you know, because you have to prepare it and then you have to wait for it. It's less automatic than just taking a coffee from an espresso machine. So I just really like it, you know? I don't know, it gives me time to prepare the whole activity and enjoy all the steps a lot more. I'm going to check if the clothes are ready to take down and also prepare a cup of milk so I can pour my coffee into. Still not dry at all. It's been raining a lot, so there's just a lot of humidity, and I don't have a dehumidifier. Dehumidifier. Oh my god, who made that word? I don't know. Bad choice of creation though. But everything is still wet, so cute. I'm going to be unloading the dishwasher in the meantime. What is my hair doing? Oh, my coffee is ready. Do you hear it? right, moment of truth. I'm going to add a little bit of cinnamon because I just really love cinnamon tastes in general, but with coffee I think it pairs really well. Then I'm just going to mix it. Okay, drop half of it to the floor. Alright, taste test. Wow, it's very hot. Very good though. Now let's go right a bit. Alright, so the first thing I usually do in the morning is write, and this is my current journal. It only has 4 pages left to write on. This is going to be my next one, so you can see the difference quite well. And I'm just going to write a page or so while I drink my coffee so I can cleanse my head of any unwelcomed thoughts, and then we'll continue on with the rest of the morning. The rain just feels so nice to listen to outside. Alright, get ready for the outfit change transition. Did that work? Tell me that worked. I really love transitions so much. Actually, before I go to the piano, there's a change that I really like to make in my room, which is the fairy lights that I have here, which I'll show you. I think they would look better on my Nintendo collection shelf, and the fairy lights I have there I think would look better there. So I would like to swap them out. I'm going to show you the ones that I have on my Nintendo collections place. So these are the ones, and I think I'd like to swap them out, so that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, it's all done. Now let's see if it's any good. You know what? Not bad. I think it looks better this way than whatever was going on before. I like this a lot. I think it looks better. And I think the leaves make more sense there than where they were before. Looking nice! This is my favorite yogurt. And I wanted to eat it while I listen to the rain, but there's a dog. You can probably hear it. It's barking a lot. It's adding a little bit to the ambience, but it's not exactly the ambience that I was looking for. Anyway. Alright, I'm going to be having a smoke by the window while listening to the rain that is still falling, but first, incense needs to be lit. Alright, I'm going to be having whatever's left on my thing here, so it seems that it is a Chesterfield orange. Not too mad about that. You can see the crown, that's how I know what it is. I love sitting here by my plant and by the window and listening to the rain. I guess that's the best part of the amount of rain that we've had over the past couple of weeks, maybe even month. I don't even know, it's been raining every day for so many days in a row, but at least I get to smell the wet dirt and I get to listen to the rain every day for a little bit, which is really nice. I am studying 4 pieces for my piano grade 7 exam. Suzanne Arcand, which is Final Fantasy music. Melody, Opus 4 number 2. Strutting at the Waldorf and Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence. So if any of you are studying for your grade 7 exam of piano, which is quite specific, but you know, you never know who's watching. Those are the pieces that I chose for my repertoire. And they are quite challenging, each of them in different ways. I talked to my mom about this when I decided I wanted to do my piano exams, and I told her maybe I should do grade 6 because I never really took any piano exams after my initial, which is the zero level, which I took when I was like 6, and then I never formally had classes really or focused on taking exams. And so now I'm taking a leap from grade 0 to 7 because I've been playing as the years have been passing, and my mom thinks I'm capable of doing grade 7, which is the second to last. The last grade is 8. And so I was a bit afraid when she told me I was probably very capable of doing grade 7. And when I started studying my pieces at the end of summer, I felt very, very lost. I felt like I was doing no progress, but things are falling into place now a little bit more. It's great to be surrounded by so much art, you know, whether it is the music I play, guitar or piano, or writing, you know, reading, and also watching movies I like and anime. I'm currently watching Apothecary Diaries because season 2 came out and I want to watch it and I haven't finished season 1 yet. I'm also watching Boku no Hero, which has been really nice, very different from what I usually choose to watch, you know. And I'm really content with the pieces of art that I'm choosing to surround me because I feel like they represent me but also expand my horizons a little bit, so I can get into genres that I would usually not gravitate towards, but I'm finding that I really enjoy. And so it's really nice, you know, to just pick out a random book before even knowing what it is and just reading it and see what you feel about it without reading any reviews or seeing any ratings. Just picking something that looks like you could enjoy and then just reading it without knowing the opinions of others first, and then forming your own, and then maybe checking others' opinions to see, you know, if they match, and if they don't, who cares? It's okay. If you like it, you know. I did that with the book that I'm currently reading, which I'm going to go get. I first saw this book, The First Man by Albert Camus, in a store nearby, and it was only €5, which for a classic of the Penguin collection, I thought was very cheap. And so I got it, and I didn't know anything about it. I just read the synopsis, and I'm really, really enjoying it. This is basically what it seems to be, an autobiography of Camus, and he is retelling his experiences through a character called Jack. And it's just very, very beautiful, very slow. Not much really happens. It's just a recounting of childhood, you know, and school and friends and poverty and war. But it's been really nice, and I didn't know anything about it, and I just randomly picked it up, and it was a really great decision. So I'm thinking that I have to start doing this with more things, you know, more areas of media. I've also been worrying a lot about the future. This is a recurring theme in my brain, you know, the worries that usually appear, the future is a very big part of them. which means I'm very privileged, you know, if I don't have to be worrying too much about the present moment because I don't have super big issues to try and resolve right now, then that must mean that I'm in a great position, you know, where if I have time and anxiety to give to the future, I feel content because it probably means that my present moment is quite peaceful. But I've been wondering, you know, what my path is, if I'm on the correct path. I feel like I am, but then again, how do you know if I'm setting myself up okay, if I will end up okay, if I'll always be able to manage and be in as best situations as I can be, how I will manage the bad situations that will come, because they will come, you know, life is not always up and it's not always down, but you know, how will I deal with the next adversities, and I don't know, will I be okay? That's what I wonder. I've been through so much depression and anxiety in my life that sometimes having periods like this in which I feel okay almost feels like something is wrong, like I must be missing something. Why am I not feeling as anxious as I usually am acquainted with feeling, you know? Why is there no real sadness? Am I healing or am I deceiving myself? I don't know, you know? I just hope I get to live every day and find contentment in anything, even if it's just one thing, you know? It could be just one thing that will carry me throughout that day, and tomorrow will come and tomorrow I'll deal with tomorrow, you know? But for today, I already have so many things to be content about, just infinite amounts, like being able to have my own room and my piano and playing music, and being able to have a book which I can read and entertain myself with and acquire more knowledge and words and stories, things that I can share with others and think about with myself and write about. There's just infinite amounts of things to be content about at this present moment, and I'm really grateful for that. But then my brain usually likes to go to that place where it tells me, things seem to be going a little bit better than not. What is wrong? But I just have to shove that thought away and calm myself down, and today is today, you know, and today is a good day. I'm going to go wash my hands now, which I always like doing after I finish having a smoke. Don't ask me why, it's just a habit I've gotten into ever since I started really smoking, and so I'll do that and then I'll be editing for the rest of the day. Thank you so much for watching, my friends. I appreciate your company and your presence and your comments and your support, and I'll see you all very soon, alright? Bye!